Good evening. I am so very pleased to welcome you to this, our 10th annual Marcia Conrad Awards Ceremony. This event was established several years ago to honor and to recognize the legacy of our former long-serving Dean of Students, Marcia Conrad, who retired in 2004 after 41 years of service. Dean Conrad is here with us this evening, and I would like to start by asking her to stand so that we may all recognize and thank her for her service. Dean Conrad believed strongly in the notion that learning can and does happen everywhere on our campus, not just within the confines of the classroom. And so it is very fitting that we gather here tonight to honor the achievements of our students in the classroom and well beyond. It's also fitting that this ceremony comes at the end of Academic Achievement Day, a day where we truly take the walls down between the classrooms and we all get to celebrate all that is good about what happens on this campus day in and day out. I also want to recognize and thank our musicians and our dancers who opened our program by sharing their artistic gifts and talents. Please join me in thanking Jackie Williams and Amanda Adams, the Bay Path Dance Company, under the direction of David Bovat, and the Bay Path University Page and Chorale Singers under the direction of Robert Tomasulo. As I mentioned, tonight's program comes at the conclusion of a day-long celebration, our 4th annual Academic Achievement Day. And what a day this has been. From early morning through the afternoon, our students and our faculty and staff shared their talents and their learning with our community. From poster presentations to research papers to artistic performances and more, we have celebrated together the many unique talents and contributions of our students. And I just have to say how impressed I was throughout the day, but also struck by how multi-talented our students are as I sat in presentation after presentation. And I thought about how fortunate we are at Bay Path to have students who are so willing, first of all, to share their talents. It takes great courage, I think, to get up and to present and share with your classmates, not to mention with your faculty. But so many of the students are students who excel in the classroom, but are also doing a whole bunch of other things. And so to see the multi-talented, the range of gifts and abilities on display today, I think for those of us who are educators, it doesn't get much better, does it? So kudos to every student who had the courage to get up and to share today. At Bay Path, we do indeed push our students to seize the day and to make a difference, to be bold in developing their fullest potential, wherever that may lead. And the students who we honor tonight have done exactly that. They have responded to our challenge to get involved, to try new things, to push themselves to achieve at high levels, to get out of their comfort zone. To our students being recognized tonight, know how very proud we are of you and of what you have accomplished. To the family members and the friends who are here in support of your students, know that we recognize the important role that you have played in your loved ones' achievements. We know that this level of achievement does not happen in a vacuum. Thank you for your presence here this evening and for your belief in them and in their potential. In thinking about all those who had helped him in his lifetime, the German theologian Albert Schweitzer wrote the following: "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit the flame within us." Students, I urge you, here's a piece of homework for tonight. I want you to take a few moments before the evening ends to say thank you and to express your gratitude to those who have kept your flame lit and who have helped to get you to this point, who have believed in you and supported you. We begin our program with the Student Essay Contest presentation. This contest is sponsored through our annual campus theme program. I am pleased to introduce Brenda Harden-Abbott, who serves as our writing program coordinator, to make this presentation. And as she comes forward, I have been told that I need to remind the students who will be honored tonight that as you come to the stage, please come on this side, your left, and then exit, is that right? Okay. And then exit on, Ann Dobmer was looking at me with, so I wanted to be sure I got that right. So you're going to come up the stage on that side and exit on this side. So again, please accept my congratulations for all that you've accomplished to this point, along with my challenge to continue using your talents, your gifts, and your education for the good of others, and don't forget to express gratitude to those who have helped to bring you to this point. Carpe diem.
It is my pleasure to introduce Michelle Soto, our first place campus theme essay contest winner. Michelle is a legal studies major and sophomore. A native New Yorker, she's passionate about creating spaces for people who share her culture, as well as those who are marginalized in society. She is an avid reader, has an incredible love for sociology, and plans to advocate for the inclusion of culture in education. As you listen to her first place essay, I believe this passion will speak to you. Michelle, will you please come forward to read your essay?
That is really bright. Okay. So my essay is called The Power of Owning My Story. The night my father told me of my history, we were sitting cross-legged on a living room floor of the Brooklyn apartment I took my first steps in. He said, "To be Puerto Rican is to be a warrior." In his smooth voice, he went on to say that my Puerto Rican heritage is Taino, Native American, and African, and that Puerto Rico was a civilization long before the arrival of Christopher Columbus. As I watched my father's eyes light up while he painted the stories of our lineage, I realized that this too was a part of who I was, and that it was my responsibility to tell it proudly. I did not learn to take pride in my history in the classroom and have been constantly disappointed at the lack of diverse stories in my education experience. I learned nothing of my Taino and African ancestors in class and was left wondering why the stories of my people were not told in the books we read or referenced in class discussions. I asked myself, why was Columbus painted as a hero in our textbooks when in actuality he was an imperialist that looted the Americas? I felt as if the lack of diverse perspectives in history was detrimental to students everywhere. Thank you, Jackie. I love you. Despite my dissatisfaction with the way subjects were taught in schools, I began to assert my independence by reading books and learning things outside of the curriculum. As I began to read for myself, I discovered the power in the words of writers such as Audre Lorde, James Baldwin, Sonia Sanchez, Lucille Clifton, Esmeralda Santiago, and more. Their words reminded me that I was not alone in my experiences. These writers helped me to understand once again that regardless of the lack of diversity in the books that I read in my classes, that I must challenge this unfortunate norm and own my story. It was then that I truly understood that my father has always been right about the fact that I do indeed come from warriors. I soon understood that poets in my community and family have always surrounded me. So much of what is taught in schools is that because I am a Latina and came from my mother's teenage womb, my people and I need to be saved. I have made it my responsibility to ensure that everyone knows that my people are not uncivilized savages. My story is evident in the poems that I write and perform on stages and in dimly lit rooms. I tuck it into the curve of my smile and leave its remnants on the pavement from the arches of my feet. I was once ashamed of it because there wasn't enough books that resembled my story in classes, because history does not speak of smooth-skinned women raising fists and standing up for themselves and their people. But now, I live my story and remind others that my Taino and African ancestors were nothing less than kings and queens. I know that my mother was my first definition of strength and resilience, and that regardless of the stereotypes that come with teenage pregnancy and the neighborhoods I call home, I was born into a family of love. I felt this love when my father and fellow family members told me the history of my people. These are the memories that keep me rooted to my heritage and culture, even when I don't learn these things in the classroom. Today, I tell my story proudly and inspire others to do the same. I plan to advocate for cultural foundations and education at all levels, so that lessons of lineage don't only happen at home, but in all classrooms. I want to ensure that young people are reading the words of Toni Morrison and Junot Diaz, are learning a history that doesn't wipe away entire populations and is inclusive of all cultures and groups. In a society that prioritizes some voices and fails to nurture others, I write and speak my story to remind others that theirs matter. Thank you.
Wow. This is going to seem a little boring after that. But Michelle, you did us proud. What an amazing story. What an amazing young woman. And we are so lucky to have you among us. So, greetings to everyone. It's been a long day, a great day, as Dr. Morris Olson said. But we still have a little bit more to do and some exciting awards to give. I'm Ann Dobmeyer. I'm the Dean of Research and Academic Resources, and it's my privilege tonight to introduce the Maroon Key Induction Ceremony. The Maroon Key Honor Society is comprised of students who attain Dean's List standing for 4 semesters at Bay Path. And to qualify for Dean's List, a student must be full-time, carrying at least 12 credits, and earn a 3.5 grade point average on a 4-point scale. Tonight, we induct into the society the students who have qualified since last spring, including students who completed their degree requirements over last summer or this past December. Some of the students are unable to be with us this evening, but their names will be read in recognition of their achievement. I will read the names in alphabetical order by school. And there's, you have a program, so you can actually see that you're going to get inducted. And as Dr. Morris Olson said, as I call your name, you're going to line up over there by the piano, and then you're going to come up those stairs. Receive your certificate from Dr. Morris Olson and your pin from the dean of your school. After you receive your pin, as Dr. Morris Olson said, you go out that side. All right, so behind me, so we'll have a nice little stream. Every once in a while, every other year, someone gets pretty excited and they run up the wrong stairs. So I don't think we'll have that tonight. Right now, I would like to invite Dr. Morris Olson and Dr. Fleming, Dean of the School of Education, Human and Health Sciences, to the stage to assist with the awards. So the Maroon Key inductees from the School of Education, Human and Health Sciences: Alina Balicki, and you know what I'm going to ask, if this is okay with the audience, let's get the students lined up, and we will give one huge round of applause at the end of each school. How's that? So Alina, Emily Barber, Courtney Bechtel, Barbara Baez, I don't want to get too far in front of them here. Oops. Yes, and our in-house photographer, Katie Jones. Barbara Baez is unable to be with us. Celeste Bouchard. Amanda Connor. Elizabeth Dean. Jennifer Donovan. Crystal Gilbert. Amanda Janiski. Carrie McLaughlin. Kathleen Murphy. Emily Caroline Ott. Kelly Fellon, who is not with us tonight. Kayla Reel. Victoria Savoy. Amanda Smith, and Catherine Sperry. Round of applause for the School of Education, Human Science, and Health Sciences. Thank you, Dr. Fleming. I would now like to invite Dr. Tom Loper, who is in a hurry, because he's already up here. So moving right along. Okay, so the Maroon Key inductees for School of Arts, Science, and Management: Carlina Ann Bashista, Haley E. Fisk, Sarah J. Foley, Shayana Fulcher Valentin, Elizabeth Haylett, Maria Milagros Hill, Abby J. Crobat, Danielle N. Massacott, Anna Meyer, Catherine Phillips, Kimberly Raymond, Megan Richards, Yismel Elena Rosario, who is not with us tonight, Samantha J. Salerno, Aaron Saloy, Rose Marie Scalzi. And a round of applause for the students from the School of Art, Science, and Management. Now I would like the Maroon Key inductees to rise to recite the pledge, which is on the back of your program, if you can see it. Can you see it? You haven't memorized it? There's a quiz on the way out. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please read the pledge with me, and let's read it loudly. As a member of the Maroon Key Honor Society, I pledge to uphold the standards of ethical and responsible scholarship, both as a student and as a professional in my chosen field. I will help at least one other student to succeed through my mentorship and personal assistance. To become a stronger and wiser society, I will be actively involved in education at all levels, and I will wear my pin proudly as a symbol of the importance of academic excellence in my life and in the lives of others. Thank you. Please be seated. Congratulations. I'd now like to introduce Natalie Monsalve, the president of the Bay Path University Student Government Board, to present the first award. Thank you.
I'm sorry. So, hi everyone. I'm really excited to be presenting the next 3 awards tonight. Throughout my time at Bay Path, I definitely have had the honor of meeting several different people, and I've seen different clubs come in and out of the campus, and they've been emerging. So, the 3 awards that I do give out tonight are for really dynamic educational clubs on campus who have had wonderful peer leadership to head them. So the first club is the New Club of the Year Award. So this award goes to a club that was started by a small group of individuals that was gathered together to discuss how students and faculty could improve overall wellness at Bay Path University. After several constructive meetings and building blocks for the clubs, they were assembled. The club has gone above and beyond to show that health is a full body, mind, and soul experience. And they have made appearances at Munchie Mania with healthy eating options and some stress balls. They've also created the hashtag BPU Lights Out in efforts to raise awareness of sleep patterns. And they've then brought awareness to the issue of athletic concussions during Brain Awareness Week. So please help me congratulate the Wellness Wildcats. And can the leaders, Shayna Fish, Amanda Kayas, and Megan Zambico, please come up? So the next one is Program of the Year. This club has rose from the ashes last year and has created a safe environment on campus. Every semester they've gotten stronger and they've become advocates for not just themselves but others on campus as well. This year they stirred up the pot with conversations on transgender awareness. And during that week, they had Transgender Awareness Week. And some of the activities they did was on Monday, they did transgender etiquette. If any of you were here, you would have seen all the cards in Blake, and it was really lovely. Then on Tuesday, they did Opposite Day, so that you can try and figure out what it's like to walk in someone else's shoes. Wednesday, they had a Laverne Cox speech showing. On Thursday, they let go of their fears, and it was a balloon ceremony that glow in the dark, and they got to write their fears on a balloon. And then on Friday, they showed a movie that was beneficial to the LGBTQ family. So they also sold candy grams, or thank you grams. Also, they did a penny war for classes. That was money that was going to be given to a charity or someone that really needed it in our community. So if you can please help me welcome the United Sexualized and Gender Alliance for their Transgender Awareness Week program, could Alyssa Carlato, Kiana DeSousis, Jackie Galvez, and Tiara Hardy please come up? So the last award is really an amazing award. It's called Club of the Year. And I'm really excited for this group of students who have worked so hard to get here. And sometimes it feels like you're taking 2 steps back and just not going forward. But I do want to say that because they've kept this club alive when the advisor has left, and they've also continued to have SEP team practices and meetings at night. They've worked so hard to educate the community on what it means to be diverse and have diversity. They've kept hosting events, talking to other people and other schools, and all these kind of events. I would really love for the Alana leaders, Edna, Yardley, Imani, and Michelle, to please come up for the Club of the Year. Plus, can I say they have like 60 plus members? Only club on campus to do that. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed.
Good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. My name is Brian Boulay. I'm the chairman of the scholarship committee of the Long Meadow chapter of Unico National. Here to present this year's Paul Adornato Memorial Scholarship. The scholarship actually was Paul's idea. Paul was a member of the advisory board here. He was a member of Unico and passed away a number of years ago. And so in his honor, the chapter and the Adornato family made it into a memorial scholarship. Unico is the Italian word for unique. And Paul was certainly a unique man, and that's certainly something that we look for in when selecting someone for this award. It also stands for, officially within the group, this is not Italian, obviously. It stands for unity, neighborliness, integrity, charity, and opportunity. And so those are the other things that we were looking for. And so one of the things, what we're looking for in the applicant is someone who shows both appreciation for their heritage, for their Italian heritage, and then how that informs their sense of service to community. Unico's motto is service above self. And so this year's recipient, I think, embodies that. In fact, in her essay, she talked about, and this really resonated with me because it reminded me a lot of Paul. She said that her family, sorry, I had it right here, and this is embarrassing. Here we go. She said that her family, her parents constantly reminded my siblings and I that although we have a comfortable life, there are those that do not, and it is our duty to give back in appreciation for all that we have. Through my family, I learned that Italians acknowledge the importance of caring for others and giving back to the community. And I think that's Paul's story as well. Paul came from very humble beginnings, went on to become vice president at MassMutual, very successful, but he never forgot his duty to the community, and just a list of just a few of the things that Paul was involved with in the community. He was a Springfield School volunteer, a member of the finance committee of St. Mary's, as I mentioned, the Bay Path Advisory Council. He was on the overseers board of the Bushnell. He was served on the town of Long Meadow audit committee, Long Meadow chapter of Unico, of course. He was the chairman of the Basketball Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic, and he was chairman of the SDCC Technology Park. So with that, all that said, I think this year's recipient, who was a small business development major, a freshman, Sophia Nardi, is this year's recipient. So congratulations, Sophia. Will you come up?
Good evening. My name is Steve Smith. I'm the Director of Athletics at Bay Path University, and I'm happy to present the Team Academic Award on behalf of the athletic department. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge my dear friend Marcia Conrad for being here tonight. Thank you very much. Worked with Marcia for many years and truly miss you. Thank you very much. The Team Academic Award was started in 2007 to recognize the varsity team with the highest CGPA, and that's acknowledged as the Team of the Year. The criteria is taken from all the student athletes who participate on the team, and it's averaged. This year, 2 teams achieved an overall CGPA of 3.44. That's up from last year's 3.30. Some facts about this past year show how good they really are in the classroom. The average CGPA of all the student athletes participating this year was 3.24. 6 student athletes had a 4.0. 41 of the student athletes made the dean's list during the course of the year. 20 of them are here tonight to receive that award, the team award. 6 of those student athletes were inducted into the Maroon Key this evening. This year, as I said, 2 teams tied for the award, and I'd like for both of those teams to come forward, their coaches and any student athletes on those teams. This year, we have a new winner this year. This year's winners are the soccer team and the field hockey teams. So, will all of the field hockey and soccer players and any coaches please come forward? Congratulations.
Do we have any sad tennis players in the audience? Next year, maybe. Hopefully. We'll get it back. I'm so happy. Congratulations, field hockey and soccer. Maybe volleyball can get it next year. That would be good. Good evening. My name's Natalie Stothert, the Director of Student Life. Every year, a select group of students is called forward to accept one of the most prestigious awards the academic community can bestow, the selection of the who's who among students. This exclusive honor is conferred by more than 1,000 schools in all 50 states and is symbolized by the presentation of an award certificate. Who's Who Among Students has become one of the most highly regarded and long-standing honors programs in the nation, having earned the overwhelming respect of college faculty and administrators. A recipient of this award should be a well-rounded student involved in university activities with a record of outstanding academic performance. The following 9 students have been chosen by the Planning and Student Development Division this year. So I've got 9 certificates to give out. I'm going to read the names, and then we'll kind of meet on stage since I've got nobody to meet me halfway. I don't think so. I think I've got this figured out. So I'll remember your names, and we'll come up and we'll get you the certificates here. So I'll start with Kenna Tyrell. Caitlin Sayers. Her sidekick, Kayla Surrett. Caitlin Rogers. Kiara Pichardo. Jacqueline Williams. Shayna Fish. Nicole Coutry. Are they all here? Emily Barber? I don't know if she's here. Okay, 8 out of 9 isn't bad.
I have the honor of presenting the next two awards named in honor of a former president and a current president. The first award is the Thomas G. Card Award, which was endowed by the Sidney E. Hallowell family in honor of Dr. Thomas G. Carr, Bay Path's very first president. This award is presented annually to a member of the sophomore class who is selected by the Student Development Department. Criteria for selection includes academic achievement, character, and service to the community that reflects the standards and the values of Bay Path. The family has requested that the recipient be a leader who works behind the scenes on university activities and projects for which she does not receive any kind of remuneration. This year's awardee is the epitome of hard work. She's a second-year OT student, holds 2 on-campus jobs. She has served on the Student Event Committee for 2 years and has played an integral role in putting events on for campus. Her hard work is unwavering, and she is mature and dependable, does not take on responsibilities with the expectation of receiving any kind of acknowledgement, and she does so because of her deep and abiding love and care for the campus. Among her peers, she is thought of as a quiet leader who provides a great example of what a successful college student looks like. Please join me in recognizing and I'll ask Danielle LaPierre to come forward as we recognize her. The Carol A. Leary Service Award is presented annually to a sophomore with a 3.0 GPA or higher who has done significant non-credit community service work outside of Bay Path University. This endowed award is named in honor of Bay Path's 5th president, who this year is in her 20th year of service. So please join me in recognizing. The award was established by Mrs. Claire F. Barber, Professor Emerita of Business and Bay Path alumna, class of 1961. This student also is selected by the Student Development Division. This year's award recipient has had a critical role in Bay Path's alternative spring break trips. Each year, a group of students have traveled to a different community to serve others over spring break. In 2014, this student was a participant in a food justice road trip to Cape Cod, where she served at organizations helping food insecure families. This year, she wrote a Genzabar grant, which funded the alternative spring break trip, and because of her hard work on this grant, the spring break group was able to donate funds to the organizations at which they served. She's an excellent team player, is passionate about service to others and to her community, and clearly knows the importance of being socially responsible. Please join me in recognizing Jacqueline Galvez.
Good evening. My name is Dave Yell, and I am the Dean of Student Life, and I have the pleasure of presenting the Dr. Jeanette T. Wright Leadership Award. The Jeanette T. Wright Leadership Award is presented annually to a sophomore student who exhibits leadership excellence in extracurricular activity and good citizenship while maintaining a minimum GPA of 3.0. This recipient is selected by the Student Life team. This year's recipient may set a new bar for involvement on campus, so I'm going to read some of them. Mind you, this is not all of the things that she's involved in. She's a forensic science major and a criminal justice minor. She's a student iPad assistant. She's a member of the dance company. She's an orientation leader. She's a member of Alliance, the Neuroscience Club. She's a member of Alana. She's in the Law Club in Rotaract, CEO Club and Biology Club, VP of the CSI Club, I'm running out of breath, and co-president of the Tactical Club. And there's actually a few more that I didn't list just because I'm running out of space. So it's with great pleasure that I present this year's winner of the Jeanette T. Wright Leadership Award, Miranda French.
Thank you very much. My name's Dr. Robert Serbrug. I'm accompanying the Elvis tie, which is only makes its appearances on Academic Achievement Day, so something people look forward to around the year. So I also direct the honors program, and the honors program has special honors classes. It's very academically rigorous and challenging, but the honors students also elect an honors council, and the honors council does things like plan a trip for the fall. This year we went to the Harvard Museum of Natural History. They organize and carry out the induction of new honors students. They organize community service events, such as the end of this month, the Are You Smarter Than an Honors Professor trivia competition, where they're going to try to defeat me and a team of top-notch honors professors and random trivia. And it's, there's been a lot of trash talking going on about that. And the money goes for a great organization formed by a former honors student called Birthday Wishes. And they bring toys to children from underprivileged backgrounds. So it's a great cause. They also participate in a lot of open house events, speaking to new potential honors students, and occasionally a webinar that is out there in cyberspace. So the Honors Student Council does a great deal of work. And they have class representatives, community service representatives, and the most important position is the president of the Honors Student Council. And there is a vice president, which usually, kind of like in the United States government, doesn't have as exalted duties as a president, except in this year, our president graduated in December, and the term runs from September to June, so we actually had a potential constitutional crisis, but the torch of leadership was passed, and passed successfully from one honors president to another. So, and unlike usually when that happens in American history, nobody was shot or resigned in disgrace. Like Watergate, just student graduated. And I'm happy to say that our vice president carried on that leadership just as well as the first honors president and put her own mark on it. And so tonight I would like to honor both of our honors presidents this year, one of whom was elected honors president and the other who was elected vice president and then assumed the mantle of leadership and has done an outstanding job. The first one is Kayla Surratt, Madam President. And our second honors president is Alina Balicki. This is an impressive team.
My name is Dr. John Jarvis. I teach English and Global Cultural Studies here at Bay Pass College. I'm going to make the presentations of awards for the Model UN program, which is one of the most exciting hands-on cultural programs that we offer at Bay Pass College. And so I'm going to get hands-on right now and make a cultural adjustment. I've been doing this for a while. I'm used to these lights. Also, for anybody from Massachusetts and New England, this is definitely a cultural change. Sunglasses. Probably won't need them this year. I'm going to introduce a little overview of the United Nations program, and it's going to be a way of stalling while my three honorees come to the stage. I need Xiaotai Chai. I need Alina Balicki, and I need Abby Jo Krobot. To appreciate the awards they're about to get, you need to understand how this Model United Nations program works. And there's two things you need to know about it. Number one, it's not just the United Nations program, it's Harvard National Model United Nations program. So these young women went to Boston and ran with the wolves of academics and endeavor and achievement. And they did a great job of it, but we had a secret edge, a sort of cultural tsunami of our own to work with, because the other thing you need to know about the United Nations program is you can never represent your own nation. You always have to pick one of the 193 nations around the world, and you walk in somebody else's shoes for a semester and then for an intense 4-day engagement where you pretend to be somebody else looking at global problems from different eyes, different perspectives, different cultures, different religions. Well, our edge for running with the wolves, and we had two real edges. We represented Kathmandu, Nepal, where they have lots of snow, which was a real edge because we were in Boston on the worst snow weekend of the season at the end of the year in February when they shut down the T. They shut down, even you couldn't find taxis. There was no buses running. Everything was shut down. So we got out the yaks. No, I'm just kidding. We were not daunted. We were not overwhelmed. We thrived in the snow. And these young women, let me just, in the awards that I give them, I think I need the awards. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Thank you. You're very polite. Xiaotai Chai is from China, which is borders on Nepal, so she had a nice perspective from just on the other side of the country. And she was our financial attaché. Xiaotai helped us spend our money responsibly, carefully, and wisely, and kept us within our Nepalese budget, which is not the same as an American budget. Thank you, Shautai. Alina was our administrative attaché for our delegation, and if you ever watched MASH reruns from long ago, I would get ready to email her, and she'd email me and ask me what I want. I would get ready to hit the send button on my email, and she answers, "Don't worry, Dr. Jarvis, I've got it under control." That's how efficient and wonderful she was. She's on a different cultural wavelength than I think I've seen before. It's sort of like extraterrestrial culture. She was a wonderful administrative attaché, but the great, fearless, wonderful leader of all was Mademoiselle Ambassador Abby Jo Crobot, who did so much work, so many wonderful things to make us all kinds of little extras. We each had our own little set of, we were the Nepalese delegation with business cards from Nepal that she wrangled for us. We could go around and give people our cards and tell them we'd get our people in touch with their people. And actually, their people was me. I carry water. And so thank you very much. Let me get these nice awards first to Shautai. To Alina. And to Abby Jo. Okay, we're going to stand right here. The man in shades. All right.
This year's campus theme essay contest asks students to own your own story. What makes this theme so powerful and so unique is that it asks students not only to share individual life stories with each other, but also to own them, to be proud of our identities and our experiences. Many of us read Ashley Rhodes Corder's memoir, 3 Little Words, and we were transported into her life as a foster child, experiencing both the good and the bad moments she went through as she traveled from one foster family to the next. Because these stories are personal, it can be difficult for us to speak and reveal these moments, but we must speak out. Our second place winner, Lindsay Frost, did just this with her essay on how selective mutism has shaped her life. Earlier, you heard the story of our first place winner, Michelle Soto, who spoke about the importance of cultural inclusion in education. And I am pleased to present awards to both of them for owning their stories. The Freed First Year Writing Scholarship is endowed through the generosity of Jenna and Larry Freed and presented each spring to a rising sophomore who demonstrates excellence in written communication. This year's winner has been praised for her tireless work ethic, her continuous visits to tutors each week, even though her writing is excellent, her negotiation of multiple languages, and her deeply reflective writing. This year's Freed First Year Writing Scholarship winner, who also holds a 4.0 GPA, is Inbar Yakubovich.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Attorney Justin Dion from the Legal Studies Department, and I was very specifically told I have 2 minutes, so I'm going to try to talk very fast, which may come naturally seeing I'm an attorney. And by the way, I bill by the hour, so I may want to stretch this out 58 more minutes so I can bill, but I won't burden you with that. I do want to start just again by thanking Dean Ann Dobmeyer for really the tremendous job she has done today. The amount of work that goes on behind the scenes is tremendous, and I thought it was phenomenal. And that's all I've heard is very, very positive feedback. So if we can give her a quick round of applause, thank you. Thought it was great. I'm here to give the Legal Studies Award, and I'm going to have Kayla Balin. Come on down. You're the next contestant. There she is. I can't say enough about Kayla. She is just an incredible woman. She's overcome some tremendous hardships to be here and has really been a superstar in our program. Very hardworking. She's ethical. She's a classroom leader. And I'll also say she is really, really smart. So she is awesome. My very good friend and colleague, Attorney Woodruff, also reminded me that Kayla is unique in that just graduating now, not only is she going to law school with a full scholarship, she also has, believe it or not, she's already been offered 2 jobs as an attorney when she graduates. So it's absolutely amazing everything you've done, Kayla. And a little token of our congratulations. Every good lawyer always has a Black's Law Dictionary, so I'm going to pass that over to you. And a book clearly I never got, Legal Writing in Plain English. I seem to have missed that one, so I want to call you over and present these to you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Professor Ellen Rustico, and I have the honor of giving the Bay Path University School of Education Human and Health Sciences Community Service Award, which is given to an undergraduate education student who has represented Bay Path by providing exceptional community service to the larger community. This award recipient has spent endless hours planning, coordinating, and participating in community service events. As a leader of the Education Club, she has led groups of students in the Giving Tree event, book drives, Read Across America Day, and volunteering in several elementary school classrooms. She is currently planning a final school beautification project for Beale Elementary School in Springfield in the coming weeks before she graduates. She has put in countless hours preparing events and materials to benefit others. We thank her for her service to the Bay Path University and Greater Springfield community. She is truly a role model for our students. The recipient goes to Amanda Connor.
Good evening. I am Dr. Andrea Hickson, and the Bay Path University School of Education Human and Health Sciences Beginning Teacher of the Year Award is bestowed upon a current undergraduate student completing her practicum during the spring 2015 or fall 2014 semester, and who has excelled in all areas of the PPA while also making a difference in the lives of the students both inside and outside of the classroom. This award recipient has had an extremely successful practicum experience this spring in a 5th grade classroom at Sumner Avenue Elementary School in Springfield. During this student's junior year, I had the distinct pleasure of being an administrator in the building in which she completed her initial observation hours. As fate would have it, this summer I joined Bay Path University full-time, and once again I was able to oversee both this student's pre-practicum and practicum experience. In both of my roles as her school administrator and now her practicum coordinator, I have witnessed a shy young girl turn into a confident young educator. Her enthusiasm, her enthusiasm and content knowledge and incredible work ethic have made her a standout within our education program. I am confident that this individual will be an extremely effective and successful educator who will positively impact the hundreds of lives that she will touch. Join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Caitlin Sayers.
My name is Karen DeAngelis, and I have the honor tonight of presenting the Beginning Teacher of the Year award at the graduate level. And it is with pleasure that I grant this award to Miss Elizabeth Cohen. Ms. Cohen is a graduate student in the Masters of Education program and she's specializing in severe special needs. She is completing her practicum placement at Ware Junior Senior High School in Ware, Massachusetts. I've had the pleasure of serving as Ms. Cohen's advisor and course instructor over the past several years. She is an exceptional beginning teacher. Elizabeth has always struck me with her concern that she has for all of her students, regardless of ability level or need. She seeks out ways to make sure that she ensures that the needs of all her students are being met. One time during class, she talked to me about a student who was unable to be in her classroom due to a medical need. And that just didn't feel right to her. That wasn't okay for her student not to be with the other students in her room. So instead of just accepting this situation, she said, no, that's not going to work. She worked with her colleagues to make sure that something could be done to help this student who has some significant medical needs to be included in the classroom setting. She's amazing at thinking outside of the box to make sure that the needs of her remarkable students are being met. So it is with pleasure that I invite Miss Elizabeth Cohen up to the stage tonight to receive her award. So thank you.
Good evening, folks. I am grateful to have the chance to present 2 awards this evening. The first award is for the Master of Science in Developmental Psychology. The first time I met the recipient of this award, I was struck by her smile and the way her laugh just filled the classroom. She had a way of setting everyone at ease in the class. And as I came to know her over the next 2 years, I saw how her enthusiasm and her passion for her subject just helped all the students just follow along and join in, and she was a real spark plug for her whole class. She did her 160-hour field work with an organization called Angels Take Flight, and she spent much of her time helping foster children adjust to their various placements. She was amazing in this. She got high praise from her internship supervisor, and she was, again, a model for her fellow students. Since then, she's done something even more amazing. She's struck out on her own, and she's developed her own workshop series that she calls RISE, and it's R-Y-S-E, for Raise Your Self-Esteem. And she's presented her workshop at the Job Corps in Chicopee already, even before she's graduated. So it's with great pleasure that I present this award to Judith Kroll. Your name. This is so much fun. The next award that I have the honor of presenting is to a student in the clinical mental health counseling program, also in graduate psychology. This award goes to someone who has one of the most amazing can-do attitudes that I've ever seen in my life. She has amazing energy and enthusiasm, and anything you talk to her about, whether it's a school assignment to, I don't know, world peace, and she just comes across as having this attitude that, yep, we can do this, we can get this done. She did her internship at Bay State Medical Center's inpatient psychiatric unit, which is one of our more challenging internship sites. And she also received extraordinarily high praise from the staff there. Since then, she's gone on to do at least 3 different things, probably more that I don't know about. The 3 that I can tell you about is she's been a clinical supervisor with an agency that works with clients with eating disorders. And she's also a part-time per diem staff at Bay State Medical Center. And finally, she's teaching for us. She's teaching in the all-women's college online program and doing an incredible job there. So again, it's an honor and my pleasure to present this award to Jennifer Grieger. I guess she wasn't able to make it tonight. We'll hold this and give it to her next time when we see her. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kathy Wisbicki-Stevens, and I'm chair of the psychology department, the best department on campus. First, I'd like to present the Psychology Undergraduate Academic Award. The Psychology Academic Award recognizes a psychology undergraduate who has displayed exceptional academic ability throughout her time at Bay Path University. As an honors student and member of Psi Chi, this year's recipient, with a GPA of 4.0, stands out for her ability to analyze and apply her learning in an exceptional manner. Further, she has consistently shown an exemplary work ethic, displays a positive attitude, as well as is responsible, curious, poised, and possesses a genuine love of learning. It is my honor to present the Psychology Undergraduate Academic Award to Emily Barber. And Emily couldn't join us tonight. Okay, our second award is the Psychology Undergraduate Service Award. This award recognizes an undergraduate psychology major who has displayed exceptional enthusiasm and responsibility while assisting our psychology program in important initiatives and courses through her superior integrity, commitment, and effort. This year's recipient, while quietly unassuming, is a powerful role model for all undergraduates, providing support to the department by serving as the psychology tutor for the last few years while maintaining her own excellent grades, and serving as vice president and secretary of Psi Chi, as well as participating in the psychology co-op program. In addition, she has served as a student learning assistant for Dr. Serbrug's Monster Mania course and as the Honors Council Community Service Coordinator. It is my honor to present the Psychology Undergraduate Service Award to Brittany Standridge.
Good evening. I'm Professor Hunsinger Harris in the ABA department. here at Bay Path. I'm here this evening to present the ABA Graduate Academic Award to Annalisa Hackinson, whom unfortunately could not be here this evening. Anna is a recent graduate from the graduate program in Applied Behavior Analysis here at Bay Path. She is among the first of our students to graduate from the Worcester area, and she is an employee of Behavioral Concepts Incorporated, with whom we have recently signed a partnership agreement. While Anna was a student here, I had the pleasure of both teaching her in the classroom, as well as working directly with her in her fieldwork experience at BCI. Anna is now a board-certified behavior analyst, having passed the international certification exam shortly after finishing her program here. In addition to her clinical practice at BCI, Anna is now employed at Bay Path and is supervising graduate students in the ABA program as they prepare for their certification practice in ABA. Anna is a very bright and talented woman who is a role model to graduates everywhere and who is deserving of this award. We're very proud of her accomplishments and wish her well in all of her endeavors. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Cheryl Bukakis, and as chair of the undergraduate pre-OT in Health and Human Studies, I am honored to be able to present the Thomas Carr Occupational Therapy Award. The Thomas Carr Award is given to a worthy senior within the program who exemplifies the field of occupational therapy, both inside and outside of the classroom. As an occupational therapist, we are bound to adhere to a code of ethics. This code of ethics includes such characteristics as veracity and fidelity. Veracity is based on the virtues of truthfulness, candor, honesty, where respect is seen as a right owed to others. Fidelity refers to the importance of treating others with fairness, discretion, and integrity. The recipient of this award demonstrates both. She is viewed by others to be a quiet but certainly not shy leader. She demonstrates the confidence that empowers others. Her ability to empathize with others and build a therapeutic relationship have made her a role model to her peers both in the classroom and on the volleyball court. These characteristics will instill trust and confidence in her future clients, and she will serve them well to help them reach their utmost goals. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient, Casey Bayruther.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Deneen, and I'm the chair of the Criminal Justice Department here. And it's my honor and privilege tonight to present the Cull Award. The Cull Award has been endowed by the Cull family in honor of John Cull for his long career in law enforcement. The Culls have been incredibly generous to the Criminal Justice Department here, and they are related to Dr. Leary and her husband, Noel. We deeply appreciate what they've done for our department. The Cull Award is given to a senior who displays outstanding character and the qualities of someone who will excel in the law enforcement field. This year, it is my honor to give this award to two criminal justice majors, Allison Blanc and Catherine Phillips. Allison is a CJ major and a legal studies and accounting minor. She has been a Dean's List student every semester at Bay Path. She received the Dean's Award 2 years ago for statistics. She has consistently worked as a tutor, helping people with math through her 4 years at Bay Path. She also received the Bay Path Rotary Award for an Amber Alert project, and she is a member of the Coast Guard. Catherine Phillips is a double major, psych and criminal justice, and she is someone who has consistently been passionate about the criminal justice field since the first day I met her. And every adjunct professor that has had Catherine has said she is just passionate about this particular subject. She's doing an internship right now at the Springfield Police Department, and the person that she's working directly with, Sergeant John Delaney, has commented to me as well as to my husband about how Catherine is the best intern he has ever had during his 25 years at the Springfield Police Department. And Kat probably doesn't want me to mention this, but I feel compelled to mention it. Last fall, she mentioned in one of my classes, her her crime, mayhem, and murder class, that her father had been diagnosed with cancer and wasn't doing well. The students in the class consistently throughout the semester were supportive and kind and just amazing to Kat. And unfortunately, Kat's father passed away during Christmas break. And I was walking across campus with her the other day, and she mentioned to me, everybody in that class sent me a letter or an email or a card. And I said, well, that's because you were part of their community and because of who you are. So I know her father's not in the audience tonight, but I know that he's here. And I know that he's incredibly proud of you, just like I am. And it's such a pleasure to be a professor to both of you. I am so proud of both of you.
Good evening. My name is Ed Bernstein. I'm a professor in the science department. I teach biochemistry and history and philosophy of science, and I also teach crime scene investigation and criminalistics. And I've got to say that one of the things I look forward to every year since joining the sisterhood is I really meant that, was that to present the prize that is sponsored by my wife, Joanne Wilkins, and me, which we present every year. It's our Biomedical Research Award. And, you know, studying most things means looking backwards at what's already been done. And research requires the ability to look in a way forward, using your imagination rather than your memory. And so it's a great pleasure tonight to be able to present this award to someone whom we in the department believe has what it takes to be an excellent biomedical researcher, Rose Scalzi.
Good evening. I'm Liz Fleming, and I'm in the School of Education, Human and Health Sciences. And I have the pleasure this evening to award the first annual Cheryl A. Leary Award. And Dr. Leary, who is sitting over here to my left, just retired in 2014 and began her teaching career here at Bay Path in 1992. She was the founding director of the Graduate Programs in Psychology, which is one of our largest graduate programs here at Bay Path University. Dr. Leary's favorite color is yellow. And as many of you might know, yellow stands for opportunity, happiness, energy, and fun. So this award is given to someone who brings opportunity to those in need, cheerfulness to the work environment, and new energy and ideas to the field of psychology, and of course is fun to be around. The recipient received her undergraduate degree here in psychology from Bay Path University in 2007, completed her graduate degree in clinical mental health counseling in the fall of 2014, and will be walking across the stage at Bay Path University to receive her official diploma in just a few weeks. Dr. Beander, the director of the graduate program, along with the faculty, have stated that it was truly inspiring to witness her growth here at Bay Path. She's been working in the field since 2008, providing opportunities that include services to adults with mental health challenges, counseling children and adolescents in crisis, and is currently working for the Community Health Resources in Connecticut as a therapist for a caretaker support team in Manchester. Within this role, she works with foster families, bringing much-needed cheerfulness to the work environment by making sure the families have all the resources they need so we can keep foster children in their homes to prevent the children from moving from home to home. She consistently has shown a positive attitude, endless energy, a genuine love of learning, able to bring new ideas to the field, and of course, is fun to have around. The recipient of this first annual award, the Dr. Cheryl A. Leary Award, is Mary Fitzpatrick. And I also have the honor of presenting the School of Education, Health and Human Services Undergraduate Dean's Award. This award is in recognition of the accomplishments of an undergraduate student who personifies the mission of Bay Path University by excelling in academics, leadership, and community involvement. The student must have demonstrated a significant contribution to the university while maintaining a high level of academic success. This award is voted upon by all the chairs and program directors in our school, and this year the vote was unanimous for this recipient. Clearly, this student has been a very active member of our campus, a student who has excelled and has provided valuable assistance to the psychology department during her 4 years here at Bay Path. She's made the most of her college experiences, from assisting from admissions to writing an honors thesis, which she will be presenting to Bay Path on April 13th, to participating in the co-op plan, to assisting the psychology program with the redesign of Psychology 101 and 102 in her role as a student learning assistant, serving as a peer mentor in Well 100, and is holding the office of president of the Bay Path University Psychology National Honor Society chapter. And I could continue on and on with all these twos, but we'd be here all evening. So as you can see, the student is a wonderful mentor and obviously a natural teacher. Her longtime passion is about holistic health, and she was able to intern at the Birch Tree Center for Healthcare Transformation in Florence, Massachusetts. We're so proud of her. We wish her the best in her next step of her journey, which will be graduate school in clinical psychology with a specialization in holistic health. The winner of this award is Kenya Terrell.
Good evening. I'm Teresa Riethel, the Program Director of the Physician Assistant Program here at Bay Path University. And it's my distinct pleasure to give an award tonight, the Dean's Award in the School of Education, Human and Health Services, to Wang Tren. Wang, why don't you come on down? I think we are the first male, but I was back there for a little bit, so I'm not sure. We do like to be a little bit unique. Wang is a member of the graduating class of 2015 from the Physician Assistant Program. And since he matriculated on campus from the University of Connecticut, he has been a force. He has strong character, which is demonstrated in his academics as well as his community service work. He is a appropriate and level-headed leader, serving as the president of the Student Society for the Physician Assistant Program. And he also is a strong scholar with excellent didactic and clinical scores in his training. Being in a PA program is incredibly intensive, incredibly long hours, a lot of work, and you need someone that's dedicated and committed to the profession. And that is Wang. He's been instrumental in continuing the implementation and evolution of the Physician Assistant Student Society, and they've done tremendous community service work, including things such as the KEVS Foundation, which is a pediatric cardiology screening that they do throughout Western Massachusetts, and Birthday Wishes, which you've heard from another presenter. The other things that are unique about Wang is that he may be the only student on campus to do the Macarena with the president, but I'm not sure. But I heard it was really good. I wasn't there. So the other great thing about Wang is that he's been a great liaison between the program and the faculty, which has been great in terms of developing the program, kind of fixing all the squeaks and bumps along the way. So we thank you for that. He does keep us in check on a regular basis, which is also important. So I look forward in the next maybe 6 weeks to call him colleague, as he will be sitting for the national board exam. And so if you see this face out there as your provider, know that he is well trained here at Bay Path University. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Lori Vaughn, and I'm chair of the graduate program in occupational therapy. And this year, I'm just grateful to not have to follow the Elvis tie. Usually, that's my role. It's an honor and a privilege to present the School of Education, Human and Health Sciences Dean's Award for the Occupational Therapy Program. The Dean's Award is in recognition of the significant accomplishments of an occupational therapy graduate or undergraduate student who personifies the mission of Bay Path University by excelling in academics, leadership, and community involvement. The student must have demonstrated a significant contribution to the university and the surrounding community while maintaining a high level of academic success. The student recipient exemplifies all of these characteristics. She has an exceptional GPA and challenges herself to take the educational experience to the next level, always looking for the deeper learning. She has been a leader and a role model, serving as a lab assistant and providing unwavering support and mentorship to her peers. She has also been involved in intensive community service, including projects with organizations including Springfield Boys and Girls Club, Homework House, and Birthday Wishes. It's my pleasure to present the Dean's Award in Occupational Therapy to Brittany Koch. Who's also doing her level 2 field work with us in academia as a practice setting.
Good evening. We only have a couple more to go. We're almost there. All right. My name is Tom Loper, and I am the Associate Provost and Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences Management. And I'm very proud to be presenting the Dean's Award tonight to one very special recipient. The award is presented each year to a Bay Path senior who has embodied the mission of the university by having demonstrated outstanding academic achievement and leadership, has made significant contributions to the Bay Path community, and been involved in voluntary community service. Our faculty nominated a number of students who performed well in each of these areas, but only one student stood out to me as outstanding in each of these areas and more. This year's recipient is Erin Saloy. While Erin's walking up here, let me give you an idea of how she got this award. For academic achievement, talk about taking advantage of 4 years here, 150 credits in 4 years, a 3.99 GPA, okay, with a BS in business and a double major in accounting and marketing. During this time, she completed a 6-credit internship at Gravity Switch in Northampton in marketing, and another one at the Big Four accounting firm KPMG in Hartford, Connecticut. It should be noted that Erin was offered full-time employment after each internship and has accepted the offer from KPMG and will be working there this September. Over the upcoming summer months, she will be studying for a CPA exam, hoping to have one of the 4 tests, and possibly 2, is what she told me tonight, behind her by the time that she begins her career at KPMG. From a leadership perspective, Erin is a very soft-spoken and caring individual, but as we were reminded a couple of years ago at our women's conference by Susan Cain, author of Quiet, many of our most powerful leaders are quiet, introverted, but because they think so deeply before they speak, we are often influenced rather significantly by their thoughts and observation. Erin has been a quiet but noteworthy influence in each of my marketing classes over the years, and I have been advised that this has been the case in all of her accounting classes as well. Significant contributions for the BPU community include accounting and business club vice president, a regular contributor at all admission events. Voluntary community service includes Golden Z Club treasurer, KPMG Community Service Award, and so much more. What a special person. You've taken such great advantage of everything that we've had to offer and made the most of it. Good for you there. Congratulations.
All right. My name is Jamie Kuberski, and I'm the Director of Academic Support Services. Tonight, I am pleased to present the Pashevkin Center Award on behalf of the Division of Research and Academic Resources. The Pashevkin Award for Excellence in Peer Tutoring honors the work of a student who greatly contributes to the academic success of her peers and embodies the mission of the Pashevkin Center through hard work, dedication, and enthusiasm. The recipient of this year's award is a senior accounting and economics tutor. We could probably add Excel to that list too. She is chair of the Tutor Leadership Committee, and she serves as the tutor program assistant, which really means that she keeps me in line and helps the tutor program run smoothly. This student has the incredible ability to make any student who comes into the Learning Commons feel welcome and comfortable, whether this is a fellow peer, a one-day student, or others on the tutoring staff. She's truly an invaluable resource, and I'm definitely going to miss her next year. I'm pleased to present this award to Samantha Colon. So, with that award, this concludes the presentation of awards. I would now like to invite President Leary to the stage to give the closing remarks.
It hasn't been a long night for me. I must tell you that there are no words that can describe what today and tonight have meant. This has to be one of my favorite days of the entire academic year, and naturally commencement ranks at the top. But when I listened to all of these awards and realized the achievements of each and every one of you, I realized how you have had to balance your academics. Many of you work, many of you have family responsibilities, and I could not be more proud. And I join our faculty and staff in saying that very honestly and sincerely. I also wish to thank the families and the friends who have supported you. As Dr. Melissa Morris Olson said, you need that support to do what you do as students every day. And so we're very, very pleased they could be here tonight with you. And Dr. Morris Olson also used the word gratitude. And I must say that when we named this ceremony after Dean Marcia Conrad, it was done with deep gratitude to a woman who gave her life for 41 years to the students of Bay Path University. And so I would like to express again tonight, Marcia, thank you for your service to our students, but thank you for your mentorship to me when I arrived here. Please join me in thanking Dean Marcia Conrad. And we're very, very blessed at Bay Path University to have a board of trustees. The board is the governing body of our university, and these are men and women who are very busy professionals in their own right, who believe in the mission of Bay Path University and give their time, their talent, and their treasure to us. And I'm very honored to mention that tonight we have one of our board members here, Robin Newhouse, and I'd like to thank you, Robin, for being with us. Now, for those of you who were here today during Academic Achievement Day and were wowed by our students and their presentations, over 70 presentations and 350 participants, I think you realized taking down the walls, as our provost said, and giving all of us a chance to see what happens in the classroom and outside the classroom really is a glimpse into the life, the academic life of our students. And I would like to thank, as Justin Dion did, Ann Dobmeyer for her incredible leadership of that day, and Jody, your assistant, Jody Baker, for the great work that they did. If you doubt the number of hours, the 1 a.m. in the morning proofreading the program that we all had, never doubt it. The hard work is remarkable. So help me thank Attorney Dobmeyer and Jody Baker. And what a great night tonight, right? We had the beautiful music and dance to begin. And Dave Yell and his entire staff, and we had Natalie up here and Katie taking pictures. I'd like to thank them for the great work that they do in organizing this event, so thank you. And to Dr. Loper and to Dr. Fleming, who work with our faculty to pick and choose among so many talented students. We thank you. We know you had a very difficult job, And would all of the students in the audience help me thank our faculty and our staff who have been, in many ways, your inspiration, your mentors, your coaches, your advisors, your faculty, and those that have given so much of themselves to you. Would you help me thank them? Thank you very much. Now, it's said that a day like today you will never forget, and I hope you won't forget it, because the achievements that you were recognized for were deep and sincere. And as each one of us, as faculty and administration, watched you cross the stage, We knew that you were a student that we were so proud to have as a part of our community, and we know you will do great things, great things when you graduate from Bay Path University. So know tonight is very special, and I hope you will never forget it. There is a quote, and I would like to take a moment to read it to you because Dr. Maya Angelou was here at Bay Path University a few years ago at our Women's Leadership Conference. And probably for me, she was one of the most impactful of all of the speakers that we've had over 20 years. In fact, I keep a picture of her in my office with the Bay Path podium and seal in front of her to remind me of that day. And when I say that the emotion that you will leave this room with tonight will stay with you forever, I'm often reminded of this beautiful quote by Dr. Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. You make me feel proud. Thank you all, and have a great evening.